What up, big kids? Here's our big review of the movie Resident Evil Retribution 3D. I'm joined, of course, with my lovely girlfriend, BatgirlRaquel, and she just broke off the... No, it's not broken off, but no, it's all good. So we're going to talk about the movie, and this warning, spoilers are coming. So this is the fifth Resident Evil movie. Not game, but movie. Did you think that there would have been 5 Resident Evil movies by now?
No, I didn't think so. I thought they were just gonna, like, they should have ended it probably with just maybe the 3rd one.
Yeah, well, the Resident Evil movies for me, my favorites are every other ones, but it's been, I wasn't, I've done reviews of them before, but or at least like of Afterlife, and I said wasn't a big fan of the first one. Second one I really liked. Third one wasn't a big fan of. Fourth one I really liked, which was Afterlife, the last one, and this one was okay. Paul W.S. Anderson, he's the director. He's done this, Mortal Kombat. He's back as director and writer for this one, and of course his wife, the supermodel Mila Jovovich, as Alice. Once again, a character that was created for the movie series, even though they have tons of characters, which they have from the games in this movie, just like they've been doing in the last few movies. But yeah, I mean, with Alice is returning, like, I don't know, first off, every movie she has to say, what does she say?
My name's Alice. My name's Alice. I work for Umbrella Corporation. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, she has to remind you who she is, and that she worked for the Umbrella Corporation.
She talks like this. What the,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised she hasn't taken shit by then.
Anyway, she's back. She's been recaptured again. The beginning part was kind of cool, how they showed everything backwards and forwards, and it takes literally right after Resident Evil Afterlife, how it ended. Like the movie, like every movie is in, like literally starts where the last one right picks off. Like, where they're on the Arcadia, and Chris and Claire and Alice and Kmart are all there and with all the survivors, but then Umbrella comes down and takes them out. And then the funny thing is, Chris and Claire, spoiler alert, they're not in the movie. She even asks, where are they? And they never explain what happened to them. Are they dead? Have they been killed off? Or are they just missing? And we don't know if they're with, like, Umbrella or they escaped.
I know, the last movie, they just left us at a cliffhanger. Yeah. Not knowing what's... Yeah, they didn't explain nothing.
Yeah, I was really happy to have Chris Redfield in the last movie and Claire. It was cool seeing the Redfield siblings together. Now they're not there. But instead, they bring us other Resident Evil characters. Ada Wong, the actress that played her, was Bing Lee. She was pretty cool. Like, and
yeah, I liked her.
And they brought one of the big guns to the movies. Finally, Leon S. Kennedy, which was played by John Herb, and he was cool. Leon, I think, has a better personality in the game. He didn't seem to have that much going on, and they never referenced if he was a police officer before. The big problem with these Resident Evil movies, they just add these characters to make the fans happy, but then they kind of change around their characters. Like Jill.
It's like that with every movie. They have to change the storyline. I think they just want, fans or people that maybe aren't, used to the Resident Evil movies, maybe kind of like change it so that in the way, like, I don't know, it's more their story, more of the movie story than the...
Oh, it's Alice's story. It's been Alice's story. And that's the thing. And the biggest thing that was weird was, okay, here's the thing, like, they brought back even other characters like Carlos and Rain. Rain was the character played by Michelle Rodriguez from the first one. The thing is, they bring it back in such a weird way. First, there's like a dream sequence where they're brought back, and Rain comes back, but they're all clones. Like, there's a dream sequence in the beginning where just so weird, like, she's married to Carlos, but he's not known as Carlos. His name's Carl. Funny, whatever. And then Rain's her neighbor, and it's her daughter, Becky or something. Anyway, like, it was just so weird, and so it's all a dream sequence with zombies attacking in Raccoon City, and then she's in Umbrella, and she has to go through these simulations, these really intense simulations that have robots and everything, and
That came off.
Or like, yeah, it's just really weird. So this whole thing of evil goes global, it's a lie. It's just all in the Umbrella Corporation. So they're in Moscow and New York. They're finding a lot of famous Resident Evil people, like the Machete executioners, and the Liquor was the big one, like the big, you know.
Yeah, I didn't get. Also was that guy. It was a WTF moment when that guy, you know, the guy with the vest, he was shooting.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah, he was shooting, and then he was dead, and then he let himself die, and then all of a sudden he opened his eyes, and then like a gun out of nowhere came out the air, and like he took the gun and was shooting at them.
Yeah.
And then like they shot him, and then he was dead. I was like,
I know.
What? I didn't.
I know.
I was like, whoa, like.
I know, that was just weird. And it sucks because people know Barry was in the original Resident Evil game. He's in this one, played by Kevin Durant, who played the Blob in X-Men Origins of Wolverine. He's also been in, you know,
yeah, I've seen him
Robin Hood, Iron Number 4, Real Steel. Yeah, he's cool, but yeah, like, and he was cool as Barry, but he gets killed off. So if you're a big fan of Barry, you'll be pissed. Yeah. Like I said, Todd Carlos. Oh, they brought back also. One, you know, he was in the first one. Yeah, he was one of the guys that went through the, you know, he was a clone apparently.
Right.
I don't know why.
Apparently, there were clones. They I guess took the
people she knew, like Rain and one from the first one, and Carlos. I don't know why it's weird. Wesker was there, and now he's a good guy, and it was so weird. I don't know, like. This movie, like, just like our review, is all over the place. They just kind of took characters. Okay, Wesker's a good guy now, and like Ada Wong, she's a good guy. They're not working for Umbrella. One, like
I felt like I'm sorry, babe.
Oh no, it's the Red Queen. Like was weird, that thing from the first movie.
Yeah, I feel like with movies, like especially like. Let's just say, for instance, like Saw movies, it kind of like it's to a point like, okay, it's like doesn't make sense. It's like I feel like they want to make another movie just to end the movie. Oops. And I think like with the Resident Evil movie, I think this one was more like, okay, we're gonna try to put everything that, you know, we can get, like think of characters, or we can think of into one movie. So because we really want to make the next movie, it's like, okay, like. Why don't you just stop it? You could have. I don't understand why you couldn't just stop it with this movie, or like it's just another way of them making another movie. It's like a cliffhanger. It's like, okay, I can't wait till the next Resident Evil movie comes out. But then, like when it does come out, you're like, oh, I hope this is the last one.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah. Like I said, I was a fan of Afterlife just because it had so many cool parts from Resident Evil 5, the game. And I loved Wesker and seeing Chris Redfield and Claire Redfield, and it was really awesome to me. Just like Resident Evil 2, the movie, or Apocalypse, whatever, Resident Evil 2, yeah, like that was, yeah, Apocalypse. I really liked that one a lot. And this one, to me, like, the plot was just like, what? Like, they were just trying to escape Umbrella and all these simulations. They just cram a bunch of characters that are popular in the game, like Leon and Ada, and Jill, which was cool to see the evil Jill Valentine. Like they had that in Afterlife at the end, and she had the scarab that controlled her, and that was pretty badass. The Jill Alice, I was actually rooting for Jill, just like kill her already, just come on, we're tired of her. But then she survived, and then
don't say that to me.
Yeah, again. And then at the end, they basically give her back her powers, and now they're gonna fight off the last. They pretty much set up this movie for one last movie, and that's it. I mean, I guess I could see just one more Resident Evil film, and then that's it. No more Alice. I mean, just start it fresh, reboot the series.
Yeah, I think what I got from the next Resident Evil movie that's gonna come out, I think it looks more like more video game like.
Yeah.
Well, so hopefully the next one, at least, even though it is going to be a next Resident Evil movie, hopefully this one will add up more to like the video game, because it does actually look like. It looks like it could be, you know, a video game version of Resident Evil, but like I said, you never know if they will stop with that one.
Anyway, like bottom line, like Resident Evil Retribution, the dialogue was pretty bad at times, very still. Like I said, it's like, my name is Alice, I'm Leon, I'm here to help you. No, I'm gonna stop you. No, I'm gonna stop you. That was basically like that. even pretty bad for Resident Evil standards. I was like, really? It's like, come on, can they show some emotion? Did they go to the Kristen Stewart School of Acting or something? Anyway, but no, yeah, the dialogue's pretty bad. There's some pretty badass action sequences. I like the Jill versus Alice scene. I like the liquor was pretty cool through Moscow.
It was funny. I don't know, the score for the Jill and Alice scene. It was like da 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 da.
Yeah, I know. Kind of like
they kept doing that all the time. It was just funny. I don't know. Just
yeah, but like I said, it was enjoyable for what it was. Not the best Resident Evil film, definitely not the best film of the year, but overall entertaining. Like I said,
oh yeah, for 3D, I don't think it's worth it for 3D. I really did. I didn't really get that 3D. I mean, the first part when she was in the water, like, you know how they showed. But other than that, it was not 3D. I bet you hands down, Finding Nemo 3D was better than that.
Well, the 3D, yeah, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we haven't, but we're going to see it. But
yeah, we saw the IMAX 3D version, and it looks good. But yeah, I can't believe I paid like $18 and I paid for your ticket, so I paid like almost $40 to see this movie.
Right.
I don't think if you're gonna see this movie, yeah, the 3D is cool in some parts, not as actually as good as Afterlife. I thought Afterlife had some better 3D moments. Right. Just if you're gonna see this a matinee. Otherwise, just wait. Like I say, if you're fans of the video games, you'll love seeing Leon and Ada and Jill return and Carlos, and you'll wonder where the hell is Chris and Claire. And there's some pretty badass things that are reminiscent of the video games. But besides that, it's just an okay action film with tons of slow motion and pretty bad dialogue. There was like they said, like, you know, you could have had some good one-liners in there, but there wasn't even there. So overall, I would say Resident Evil Retribution 3D, I give it a 3 out of 5. What would you give it? Like a 3 out of 5?
Yeah, that's what I said. At 3 out of 5, yeah. I would give it.
But yeah, so like I said, if you're a big fan of the games and the films, go see it. But just go see it in the matinee 3D. If you just are really a super fan of 3D, otherwise just like, you know, wait till maybe it comes on Netflix or whatever. Anyway, if you like cool video game zombie shirts like this, I got my Dead Hunt here. Check out riptapparel.com for more awesome shirts for $10. And also subscribe to BatgirlRaquel for more awesome reviews of things Batman related, maybe Star Wars and other cool things. Anything else you want to say?
I'm Alice, and I give this
Remember the I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your rhythm in a big way.
Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. I tell you to go. Go down.